Episode 8, The Substitute Teacher.
I wonder where Mr. Bloom is. He should have been here by now.
Actually, Eliza, from what I heard, we'll be getting a substitute teacher for the time being. Because Mr. Bloom's sick.
Oh my goodness. That's terrible. How sick is he? And how long will it take for him to get better?
Mr. Bloom actually has a cold. But he'll probably feel better either tomorrow or the next 2 days.
Oh. Okay. So, any idea who the substitute teacher is?
That's a good question. I don't think any one of us are sure who it is.
Wait a second. Where are those footsteps coming from?
Eliza, look. In front of us.
What the heck? Fay-fi-fo-fum. Who is this guy?
Alright, you puny little brats. First of all, no talking while I'm talking. So shut up right now. My name is Mr. Adams. And I'll be your substitute teacher for the time being. And you with the green hoodie. What's your name?
My name is, Eliza, Mr. Adams, sir. Eliza Moreira Anderson.
Stand up and come towards me for 1 second.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
Listen here, you little blabbermouth. If you speak before I do again, I will force you to keep your puny little mouth shut. I'm not to be messed with.
What are you gonna do to me?
I'll show you.
I said this before and I'll say it again. You don't have to be a genius to see where this is going.
Ow, 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 ow,
Don't do that.
Oh lordy. Mr. Adams is brutally assaulting Eliza. We gotta tell the principal fast.
Shut your trap right now, you puny little alien.
Hey, you can't talk to Richmond like that. That's very rude. And teachers don't assault students.
You two talk to me like that again and you'll get detention after school and suspended for 2 months. And as for you, Eliza, sit back down.
Ouch. That, really, hurt. I've never felt so much pain before in all 4 years of my childhood.
Get used to it. Anyway, here are the rules. 1. No talking while I'm talking. 2. Always get your assignments done on time. Any missing answers or late assignments count as an F. 3. If any of you brats disobey me or look at me wrong, you either get suspended for 2 months or expelled. And 4. Brats of color will be in a separate row from everyone else. So you 4, change seats right now.
Dude, you can't do that. You don't assign seats based on the student's color or race. That's racist. You and my bad teacher Gringo.
Yeah. You're gonna get fired for this and assaulting Eliza. You're a misogynist and a racist.
Well. Look who's talking. A little fat brat. You know what? I got a little exception to my rules. Anyone who's fat will do 100 push-ups. Stand up and give them to me now, fat boy.
Hey. You can't fat shame me either. This is a writing class. Not a gym class.
Then be quiet. Anyway, for your homework assignment, you'll be writing a 100-page essay that's due tomorrow and you'll start working on it right now. Brats, get to work.
When Eliza got home.
Hey Eliza, how was your day at school today? Why do you look so sad all of a sudden?
Because I had a very bad day today at school. Mr. Bloom had a cold and couldn't come to school today.
Wait a second. Eliza, what does Mr. Bloom's cold have to do with how your day was today?
Because he got covered for by a very abusive substitute teacher.
An abusive substitute teacher. But, what did this teacher do to abuse you?
He assaulted me in front of the entire class, called Richmond an alien, made up indiscriminatory rules concerning assigned seats based on color and race, fat-shamed Theodore, threatened to either suspend any of us for 2 months or expel us for looking at him the wrong way and disobeying him, and gave us a 100-page essay for homework that's due tomorrow.
What? Your substitute teacher did all those horrible things to you and your class? I can't believe this. Who subbed for Mr. Bloom?
It was someone named Mr. Adams.
Wait a second. Eliza, did you just say Mr. Adams?
Wait a second. Protoon Productions Incorporated, you know him?
Yes. That guy's an even worse teacher than Miss Martin and Mrs. Christina combined. He's overly strict, muscular, and racist.
Has Mr. Adams ever done something like this before?
Yes. Back at City and Angel Rapper 1003's channel, he replaced Mr. Stern as Adriana Del Sol's elementary school teacher and broke her spirit the same way he did Eliza. And during the first day of school 5 years ago, Mr. Adams enforced his own dress code at Go City High School when her younger sister, Adriana Del Sol, was 16 years old.
Mr. Adams made up his own rules when he was a teacher in Angel Rapper 1003's channel. That's messed up. Only the principal enforces the school rules.
Something needs to be done. I can't even begin to imagine how school's gonna be tomorrow.
Well, your best bet is to report the incident to Principal Harvard so that Mr. Adams can get arrested and fired for aggravated assault and violation of school policy.
Okay, but is there anything else about Mr. Adams that we should be aware of?
You may want to talk to Jerry and Sarah Del Sol about that. They know more about Mr. Adams than you do.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
At the Del Sol residence.
I wonder if this is the right place.
Hello? Who is it?
Are you Jerry Del Sol?
Yes. Why? Who are you?
My name's Gavin. I'm here because I have a problem concerning someone you know in particular.
Who are you referring to?
Have you ever met someone named Mr. Adams?
Did you just say Mr. Adams?
I guess you have.
Yeah, I met him. He was the worst teacher that my daughter's ever had. He's as pure evil as he loves to be. He broke Kendra's good mood when she was at elementary school. He gave her class schoolwork that they weren't ready to learn yet, and he moved her best friend over to another seat all because she was black. My wife Sarah and I were very upset about the way he was treating Kendra that day. And it took weeks for us to get that monster fired to get Kendra's childhood back on track. But until the first day of Adriana's sophomore year at Go City High School, we thought our problems were over. As it turns out, they weren't. Because Mr. Adams became her teacher. And he treated her class the exact same way as he did to Kendra's class. But this time, he also enforced his own dress code for the class by having them wear casual dress clothes. Almost as if they were at a boarding or charter school. He even got me rushed to the hospital by knocking me out when I challenged him to a fight. Anyway, why do you ask?
Because Mr. Adams did the same thing to my adoptive daughter, Eliza, who's standing right next to me. He was racist towards her friend Richmond and fat-shamed her friend Theodore. He even gave the entire class a 100-page essay to do for homework when Mr. Bloom's class was supposed to be a basic writing class. And to make matters worse, he brutally assaulted Eliza in front of the entire class. Can you believe it? The entire class saw him assault a girl.
Are you serious? Mr. Adams assaulted an innocent little girl on school premises. I can't believe this. If I see that monster, he's gonna pay for that.
Jerry, honey, who was that at the door? And why were you shouting like that?
Sorry about that, Sarah and Adriana. That's Diesel Gavin and his adoptive daughter, Eliza.
Isn't Eliza the daughter of the co-founders of the Punishers? Doris and Tiana?
Yeah, but I got adopted afterwards.
And, if I'm not mistaken, you're Sarah Del Sol, right? Jerry's wife.
Yes. And right next to me is our youngest daughter, Adriana.
Yes, I remembered seeing her during Crow-Toon Productions Incorporated's first Behavior Card Day. You have a very intelligent and dedicated daughter in spite of her autism.
Think, you, Mr. Gavin. I'm flattered.
But anyway, what's all this fuss about?
Well, apparently Mr. Adams is up to no good again. He abused Eliza at school today, fat-shamed some boy named Theodore, and was racist towards a black girl named Richmonda.
Diesel, is this true?
Yes, every word of it.
Okay, now he's gone too far. This is completely unacceptable. It's bad enough that he was racist towards Audrey and one of Kendra's friends, but this is even worse.
Totally uncalled for.
Diesel Gavin, You need to report Mr. Adams to Eliza's principal right away. That man is a menace.
Will do, Jerry.
And Adriana, I'm sorry to hear about the stuff Mr. Adams did to you and your older sister. What he did to you was just cruel and mean.
It's okay, Eliza. I can definitely sympathize with you. I know what it's like. But if you're gonna get Mr. Adams fired, with all the evidence you need, then I wish you and Mr. Gavin, good luck.
The next day.
Wait a second. So let me understand this. The substitute teacher who covered for Mr. Blum while he was sick assaulted Eliza, fat-shamed Theodore, and was racist towards Richmonder?
Yes.
And Mr. Adams even assigned the class a 100-page essay yesterday and made it due today?
Yes, he did. And from what we heard, Mr. Adams also got arrested by doing the same thing to Adriana and Kendra Del Sol years ago. He's been abusing all of his students and is racist.
Eliza, do you have any proof?
This is the proof I got here. The instructions for the essay.
Let me see here. Oh my bloody goodness. Blimey.
What's wrong?
The kids can't do this assignment. This is clearly a workforce level assignment. Not even Jason's smart enough to know this yet.
I can't believe Mr. Adams would give us assignments like this. We're not even smart enough to know this kind of stuff yet.
And I can't believe that I hired an abusive teacher. But now that I have the proof I need to know I made a mistake, I'm gonna report him over to my office right now.
At least Mr. Adams will get what's coming to him.
Attention. Your attention please. May I have Mr. Adams report to my office effective immediately? We need to have a serious talk. And Doris and Easel Gavin, may I ask you to move right next to me before Mr. Adams comes over?
Sure thing, Principal Harvard.
You wanted to see me, Principal Harvard? Wait a minute. I know where I've seen those two. They got the best cards during Crotoon Productions Incorporated's first behavior card day while I got the silver card. But more importantly, what are they and that little brat doing here in your office? Eliza should be in class.
That's funny you should ask me that. Because I happen to have heard from them that you abused Eliza and the rest of the class you were teaching for Mr. Blum yesterday.
You snitched on me? And you called me abusive?
That's right, Mr. Adams. And I did this for the sake of my class and this school. You were a very bad teacher yesterday. You messed with my friends, you messed with me, and you messed with our class period. And none of us could do that essay you gave us because of how hard it was to write all 100 pages in one whole day.
Why, you insolent little...
That's enough out of you, Mr. Adams. In addition to what I just witnessed, you violated the school policy in every way. I will not allow child abuse or racism in this school. That's not how we teach our students. And in case you forget, Rapper City Elementary School is all about diversity. And judging by your history back at Go City beginning with its elementary school, you sir are not qualified to be a teacher at any school with your racist and abusive behavior.
What are you saying?
Let me put this in a way you can understand. Mr. Adams, for being racist and overly high maintenance towards all of the students at Rapper City Elementary School and abusing them.
You're fired!
And in addition to getting you fired, I'm also gonna call the police on you so that you'll never harm another child whether it be a student or not.
And Mr. Adams, Crowgirl 22 would like to have a word with you.
So, you think all people of color are aliens, do you? Well, guess what, you big racist palooka. We are human beings like all white people. We got rights, no matter what we look like. Now I'ma give you a head start. You got 10 seconds to leave this school or I'ma get Breaker to break yo bones, sucka.
This isn't over, Crotoon Productions Incorporated. I'll have my revenge on you and your girlfriend. And Eliza too. And your so-called justice pros and the coppers will never take me alive.
We'll see about that, musclehead.
Not so fast, Charlie.
What the? Who are you?
Your worst nightmare.
You're stronger than I thought.
Now, take this.
Wait, what are you doing?
And that's what you get for beating up an innocent kid C. And another thing, racism is bad.
Charles Adams, you're under arrest for child abuse and racism towards black students as well as your past crimes of the same manner. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do say, however, will be used against you. Understand?
Oh please. It's not like it's the first time I got arrested. I know my rights. And as for you, Eliza Moreira Anderson, when I get out of jail, I will have my revenge. Just you wait.
Yeah, right. I've heard that before. If I had a nickel for every child abuser who swore revenge, I'd be rich.
Alright. Get him out of here.
You heard the principal. Get in my police car right now.
You better not give me a bad card on your second behavior card day. Crotoon Productions Incorporated. I know you and the Del Sol parents had something to do with this.
You darn tootin', I'm gonna give you a bad card on my next behavior card day, you dirtbag.
So, you must be one of Crotoon Productions Incorporated's teammates. Breaker, I presume.
That's right. And you must be Diesel Gavin, the leader of the insurgency. Anna, sorry about the locker's principal, Harvard. We'll pay for the damages.
That won't be necessary, Breaker. My family's rich. I can pay for the damages myself. And as for you, Eliza, you can go to class now.
Thanks, Principal Harvard.
Well folks, this just about wraps up the latest episode of Life with Eliza. If you like it, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And also, sorry about the part where Mr. Adams assaulted Eliza. I didn't mean for him to treat her that badly. But luckily, none of you watching this get to see him actually beat her up because the camera was only showing her classmates' reactions to it. So really that counts as censorship. Justice Crow's out.